the world of solo leveling, there is only one player, and that is Sung Jin-woo. As the player chosen by the system, he is designed to be the most powerful. But Jin-woo's power is unknown, even to him. The extent of his capabilities as the player avatar makes his life easier, his physique stronger, and his power unmatched in every encounter. But what is the system? Why is Sung Jin-woo the only player in the system? And why is it that he was chosen in the first place? Let's find out. In the world of solo leveling, the player leveling system is a hidden mechanic that most people don't know about. The system is based on games and recreation, like popular role-playing games such as World of Warcraft or Diablo. It essentially allows the hunters to go past their hunter level cap by quantifying their strengths and weaknesses into digestible information through the stat screen. By leveling up, a player can increase their stats by fighting stronger monsters in every dungeon they encounter. In our previous video, I mentioned something called Hunter Level Cap and how it wasn't mentioned anywhere else in the series, but was present all throughout. The Hunter Level Cap is also a hidden mechanic in solo leveling that quantifies an individual's abilities. Believe me when I say this, but all of the hunters in the solo leveling universe are capped at a certain level relative to Jin-woo's power level. The Jeju Island raid proved that, despite being S-rank hunters and being literally leagues ahead of everybody else, the Korean and Japanese hunters are pretty much capped at a certain level. The Ant King Baru cleared them all and was pretty much the great filter for all of the S-rank hunters who joined the raid. Baru was a great character because his existence, as well as the ants, allowed us to do an estimate on every S-rank hunters present in the raid. A good estimate of Baru's power is equivalent to level 85 Sung Jin-woo. During the Monarch War arc, it seems that a lot of hunters actually leveled up on their own to fight against the upcoming Chaos Army of Destruction. Even Hunter Cho fought against a revived Baru to test her abilities, despite playing on a handicap. By comparison, a good estimate of the national level hunters is probably around level 95 to 100. But that is with the ruler's power being given to them. This is evident when Thomas Andre fights against the Beast Monarch, who is probably around level 130 at the time. This hidden level cap, plus the fact that the system chooses someone who is at the bottom of the food chain, means that choosing a suitable player avatar takes a lot of effort. But because he started from the bottom, Sung Jin-woo's potential to become stronger is so much more potent compared to any other characters in the series. Since he's experienced weakness, known defeat, and has been dancing with death all throughout his entire life, Jin-woo is practically the best candidate to become the player, the system's player. There might be a lot of weakest E-rank hunters around, but there is only one Sung Jin-woo. There is a reason why it took the architects such a long time to find a suitable player, despite the existence of strong S-rank hunters such as Chae Hae-in or Thomas Andre. The system ultimately decides who becomes their player and who does not. When Sung Jin-woo first entered the double dungeon, he managed to surpass the system and the architect's expectations, despite being branded as the weakest E-rank hunter in the world. And thus, the system serves its purpose. But we don't know exactly what the purpose of the system is. So let's talk about that. The system was designed by none other than the architect. If you would like to know more about the architect, you can check out our latest video about him in the description down below. But basically, the architect is a fiercely loyal mage who was once working with one of the monarchs. When the rulers defeated most of their armies, the monarchs and their remaining soldiers fled through dimensional cracks and decided to fight the rulers once they'd replenished their armies. They planned to destroy Earth, but the rulers won't allow this to happen, so they awakened the humans to give them a fighting chance. Jin-woo is one of the awakened individuals. But after experiencing the double dungeon, Jin-woo had a double reawakening, allowing his powers to grow at an exponential rate. Little did Sung Jin-woo know, the system had chosen him to be their player. That's why he receives a buff that no one else has. He gets items that are on par or at a higher level than most treasures that raiders can get from the S-rank gates. He gets access to limited-time dungeons that won't even appear in the city as a dungeon. On top of that, He gets passive skills that even the most prominent S-rank hunters don't have. At first, we thought it was Sung Jin-woo's power. But later in the series, we meet the real deal. The one who wields the true power. The true Shadow Monarch. In reality, Sung Jin-woo is just borrowing the Shadow Monarch's power. Everything that Jin-woo receives from his daily quests and dungeon raids is designed to keep him stronger. Jin-woo becoming the strong through quest completion allows his body to reach past its full potential as a hunter. Before he even becomes the hunter he is today, it was already decided by the system that he will be a cut above the rest for the sole purpose of becoming the vessel of the true Shadow Monarch, Ashbourne. But Ashbourne ultimately decided that Jin-woo is his worthy successor, granting him his full power and autonomy of his body instead of stealing it for his own gains. Once Jin-woo transforms into the true Shadow Monarch, the system is permanently removed from the world as it's done serving its purpose. Now that we know what is a system, you might be wondering whether the system could have chosen anyone aside from Jin-woo. The answer is yes. Anyone could have been the player. Actually, the closest player who could have been the true Shadow Monarch is Jin-woo's close confidant and friend, Yo Jin-ho. Throughout the series, Jin-ho displayed fierce loyalty and determination to become an independent guild master. He's braved dungeons that would normally kill inexperienced and even veteran hunters, all to properly become a guild master. In the series, we've seen that Ashbourne isn't just a snob character who values power over everything else. He's a being who values honor, determination, and most of all, perseverance. He's a very honorable person who values a person's tenacity and persistence. There's a reason why Sung Jin-woo fitted the bill, despite being the weakest hunter in the world. If he was killed before he reached the double dungeon, it would have probably been Jin-ho. But we'll never know at this point, because even the architect mentioned to Sung Jin-woo that his destiny is already set in stone before he actually becomes their avatar. The only reason why he's still Jin-woo and not Ashbourne was that despite gaining the partial powers of the Shadow Monarch, there are still many challenges that he needs to overcome to become a worthy vessel, like overcoming Igris's dungeon or defeating the Demon King Baron. If the Shadow Monarch vessel failed to reach greater heights by defeating the architect and his guardians, they would have failed. The system will have to start over again and choose another candidate, and that can take ages. The cup of reincarnation will have to be used again and again until Ashbourne and the architect, through the system, find another Sung Jin-woo. And so this is the lore of the player leveling system and the reason why Sung Jin-woo had become the hunter he is today. If you'd like more explainer videos like this one, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, tell us in the comments down below what you'd like us to cover next.